problem that I try to counter, so I learn to burn using much less matter, but it means I turn off the thing that keeps me alive. So burn it up, turn it up, turn it up. I'm standing at the station waiting for someone to flag me and tell me I can go. Whoa. So now you know. Well, I'll stop for petrol and I'll stop for dealing, but that's the limit when I get moving everywhere I go. You know I gotta get there first. Well, she gives me kisses and she gives me squeezes and she knows the back streets of the foreign cities where you get to see things that you've never seen before. So turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. I'm standing on a landing and as far as I can see, the band is ready to blow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So now you know. Disappoint you and I'll let you down. I'm not the joker, I'm the sheriff of this town, and I got some information that I'd love to get around. Well, I mistook Memphis for a house in Surrey. You can miss detail when you're in a hurry. A passing smile, well, it makes no sound. I open presents before Christmas. For my crimes, she's a witness, singing good times, no mean bad. So turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. I'm waiting for the volume in my life to hit a meter. So now you all know. Ooh, now you know. Oh. We didn't know. There was romance where I couldn't go. Please don't tell me. Let me dream and guess. Please don't tell me. Let me dream and guess. it a big success? Let my imagination now move those figures around my head. You in Paris, deep in trouble, yes. Is the memoir finished? Let me dream and guess. I heard you went shopping and bought such beautiful things. Let me get my calculator and add up the cost of all those things. Oh my. Please don't Twitter. Let me imagine you. I find it sweeter. Let me imagine you. Let me imagine you. Let me imagine you. Let me imagine you. We used to get our kicks reading surfing magazines. Some good looking people wearing Lee Cooper jeans. They're breaking on the headland, they're breaking on the shore. And when you're living in Hawaii, they're breaking at your door. Everybody. We used to wet our fingers on surfing magazines. Gonna throw school and follow those scenes. Gonna get a combi and go from beach to beach. Be the kind of people the authorities can't reach. Everyone at home. We used to get our kicks reading surfing magazines. Wake up in the morning and the waves are clean. Standing on the headland, taking in the scene. Just like they do it, they do it, they do it. Surfing magazines. Surfing magazines. Surfing magazines. Surfing magazines. Take a look. Surfing magazines. One, two, 3, 4. Family of workers, born to a family of honest workers. Then I came along, golden boy who belonged and changed the system of honest workers. I was square into the hole. There was something in my soul. What could I do? Follow the calling. What could I do? Follow the calling. When I was 5 years old, asked when I'd be old. Did I have a plan? But I knew who I am, born to a family. A family of workers. Born to a family of honest workers.
So Mark Riley here in Salford Media City, and I have been joined by Robert Forster and his band. Robert, welcome back to the programme.
Hello, how are you, Mark?
I'm fine, thanks, mate. And whilst we're talking of these kind of things, you played in Glasgow last night and you had a little bit of a throat issue, didn't you?
I did. I was sounding a little bit Joe Cocker.
Oh, right.
A little bit Tom Waitsy.
Yeah.
Which I don't usually sound like, as you know. But my voice is, believe it or not, is 40% better today, and we're playing Manchester tomorrow night, and it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, it is going to be perfect, I know that, as is this session. And also, I mean, I'm normally a man to seize a day and any opportunity, but I could have sold you some throat lozenges earlier, but I just gave them to you stupidly.
I know, look, I appreciate that. It's helped.
Oh, well, yeah, but obviously a bit gutted, really. Could have made a killing there. But anyway, let's move on. Please introduce your band members.
Oh, okay. On drums is Chris O'Neill. On bass guitar, although he's going to swap later, is Luke MacDonald. On guitar is Scott Bromley. And on violin is Karen Boimler. And three of them sing as well. Okay, so I'm surrounded by very talented people.
Yeah, and me. But you, there's Scott and Luke, we go back away with the John Steele singers as well, so nice to see you again.
Me too, yeah, great to be back.
Yeah, we'll touch on that a little bit later on. And so, Robert, just the last time you came in, you were in a solo style.
Yeah.
And I seem to remember that we talked on that programme more than I generally speak to people, because it's normally about the music, but just honestly, to be fair, I just got pretty much caught up in the conversation. It was great. Yeah. You were brilliant. And but we talked a lot the other night about David Bowie.
Yeah.
This was in September, and of course in January, the whole game changed, didn't it? Really. What kind of an effect did it have on you? Because I had to come in on it was a Monday night that we found out on the Monday morning.
Yeah.
And I had to come in and was kind of bracing myself all day and thinking whether I was going to bother or not, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I did, and I'm glad I did in the end. But it was a tough programme to do because, as you know, I'm a big Bowie fan, like you are. And so how did it affect you on the day?
Well, it affected me like no other, if I can use this expression, rock death. It just felt so much closer, and it was virtually like family, I think part of the reason is that although he was like a superstar, like a very famous musician, I think this is part of the response that's been to his death, is for people from like the underground or for artists and that sounds wrong, like not artists, but people who were sort of different. Bowie was just vital, especially in the 70s. And I just think that his death had a deeper meaning to a whole generation of people. And also I think that's really important is he was an underground hero that got accepted into the mainstream. And I think a lot of big artists and people that are, like that artists or writers or hairdressers or filmmakers or anyone like that normally they don't become really famous. There's a lot of people that are liked. But Bowie had this incredible thing where he was throwing to the mainstream, but he was just really secure, and he was feeding messages to the underground, and I think that's why his death just completely shocked a particular strata of people besides everybody else.
Yeah, well, that's a great tribute to him, and it is true because a lot of people were kind of like a bit perplexed as to the effect that he had on so many people. His passing, but it was genuine. It wasn't a kind of a fabricated, affected kind of emotion. No.
It was pure, and I think also, like as one final thing, with Black Star and just where he was artistically was at a really great place. And I think like it wasn't like someone who'd put out a couple of bad records and then died, or like hadn't put anything out for 5 years. He just seemed to have a new spring in his step, and he was just like really on when he died, and I think that's also a part of it as well.
Yeah, I would agree with all that, mate. Absolutely. Okay then. So you've come in to play music for us. So what are you going to do first then?
This is a song called "Learn to Burn," and it's the opening track of my last album called "Song to Play."
Great, thank you. Just great. Absolutely brilliant. Robert Forster live in session, Let Me Imagine You. So 2 things thrown up by that particular song, which I wouldn't mind looking at, if you don't mind, Robert.
Sure.
Please don't Twitter.
Yeah.
I have read that you are something of a technophobe.
Oh, and now, see, I wouldn't go that far.
Would you not?
No, I describe myself as rational.
Okay, explain that if you don't mind.
I have many things in my life and to do, and trying to put Twitter in, and trying to put, say, Facebook in, and then trying to Instagram as I Facebook. It just, to me, I can't see the time in my life. I just don't have, I can't get around to it. So I just have to leave it out.
I understand that, and I can see where you're coming from, because it can, I mean, you know, sometimes you get through the information from your phone account and it tells you how much you've spent on each of the different apps, and you look at it and you think, well, Twitter. It is, I mean, it's an engaging, it can be an engaging pursuit, but sometimes it's most certainly not.
Yeah.
But have you still not got a mobile phone?
No, because see, I'm someone that you know, like when a phone rings in a house, you know, like a landline, as they're now called, I can accept that. That seems fine, you know. But I'm still, you know, like a person that, you know, like when I'm walking out, say, in a park or down a street, and a phone rings on me, that seems totally unnatural. Do you know what I mean? I associate telephones with homes.
Right.
And when I'm outside, it'll just shake me. You know, like I'm looking at things and I'm thinking about things, and it'd be a rude awakening, and I really can't do with that.
It's not hugely convenient for the people who work around you, considering you're in showbiz. And Karen, I mean, would you describe him as a technophobe?
No, I wouldn't actually.
Good. Well, there you go. I mean, you can't say fairer than that.
No, and
We call him the IT guy.
Oh, by comparison to you, is it? You're the technophobe. Oh, right. Okay.
Well, no, see, I think I've, you know, people can contact me by my landline. You know, I've got an email account, so I have got a computer, and I've got people could write to me. I've got, you know, like, this makes me different perhaps from, you know, I've got 2 managers.
Whoa.
You know, so and they complain all the time that I haven't got a mobile phone, but
yeah, exactly.
But, you know, like, I'm reachable. You know, like, you know, people can get to me, and I feel totally connected to the world.
All right, then you've done a good case for the defence. I'm going to get rid of mine. Come 9 o'clock tonight, it's going in the bin, right? Okay. No problem whatsoever. Okay. And something else shown up by the song itself is a memoir, beg your pardon, finished yet?
Yeah. It is just about finished. I've been working on this book for 7 years, and it's coming out in Australia. This is a world exclusive, by the way.
Whoa.
On August 27, by Penguin Books in Australia. The book's called Grant and I, and so it's a memoir. It's about a friendship that then goes into a band, and so it's not a normal. Well, the Go-Betweens, as you know, were not a normal band with a normal anything like a normal career. So it sort of covers that, and it covers the friendship I had with Grant. And it has to be, all corrections, changes have to be done by the 10th of June. And then it'll come out. It's currently probably sitting in publishing houses around the world as we try and get distribution, you know, like picked up elsewhere in the world. So it'll probably come out first, and it will come out first in Australia. And so it's very exciting. It's the first book I've ever written from beginning to end, and it'll come out in late August.
Great. And, you know, I mean, you must be aware of the fact that Morrissey insisted that his book came out as an instant Penguin classic.
Yeah, I know that.
What are your thoughts on that, if you don't mind saying?
Oh, no, look, I think it's totally Morrissey. I think it's brilliant, you know, like conceptually great. I have being a fellow author on Penguin.
Oh, I get you.
I take no umbrage. I think he's deserving.
All right, okay, that's good. That's very generous, because when you were saying it's totally Morrissey, it could have gone either way, that, let's be honest, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, no, I think it's great.
Brilliant, okay, all right then. Now, I told you that I wouldn't make you talk too much, and here's me rattling on.
It's okay. Ask
Okay.
me anything you want.
No, well, I think that we said we'd let you go by 8 o'clock and you can be in bed for 1:30. I don't want to dispel the myth of you being a rock and roll animal or anything, but you're not a well fella.
Well, no, and a good night's sleep will do me a lot of good, and we're just staying around the corner.
Yeah.
So it'll all work out well.
And the good thing is you haven't got a mobile phone to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning when
No.
your manager wants to get hold of you to find out what time you get into Primavera Festival.
I know. We'll see. It's but maybe one day I'll get one, and but I can't see it.
Right, okay. I can't see either.
No, nor can I, to be honest.
Okay, good. I'm liking it. So you got one more song to do for us. So what are you going to do then, Rob?
We're going to do a song called Surfing Magazines.
Joyous. So there you have it for the last time tonight. Sadly, Robert Forster live in session in cahoots with Scott, Luke, Karen and Chris. It was really, really great. Thank you.
Mark, thank you for asking us to play. It's a pleasure.
It really, the pleasure is all ours.